Won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go!
Throwing first play is Ritter. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
Brings up second and 9.
Second and 9 now. Being chased out left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Ritter from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Working from the gun, Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Ritter located as running back Robinson. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Ritter's throw taken in by London. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Falcon first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Well, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on third and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on fourth down, it's a much more difficult decision now. You'll likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
Going for it on fourth down, it's Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. T. Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Frazier. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw is Frazier. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now 3rd down and 9.
Here's Frazier. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Frazier. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Frazier to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Under pressure, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ritter now. That one deep for London. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter.
Now that's a good bounce touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's Smith to return it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Let's go now. Alert! Alert!
A give left side. Here's Achane. And space tough to come by there. It's going to get maybe a yard to the 37. Throwing is Frazier. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Waddle, the motion man right. Now they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Fights through and now a crease. He's still on his feet. Right in for a Miami touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. This pass is caught by London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Ritter. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossett. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
30-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
Looking to throw on second down. Frazier. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw again, Frazier. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now this to get themselves a lead here heading into the break. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Falcons 14, Dolphins 13.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
A final shot before break. Frazier. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
79 Broncos.
1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Frazier.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have retaken a third quarter lead.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
19, Falcons 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Higgins goes in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb, his second sack of the night.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Ritter going to change it up.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ritter will set up to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Ritter off the play fake.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So no gain on the play. And we've got a 3rd down and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
3rd and short. Ritter.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here.
Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll run it here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
To throw on 2nd down, Frazier. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
60. Check, Panther.
Off the play fake. Frazier. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
22 needle. Ready?
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. He'll buy some time right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Frazier. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. They get the conversion. And Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
On the set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can... And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd down, Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Ritter. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked out by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here we go. Start.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Frazier. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. 18 Rattler.
Here's Frazier. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This is 1st and 10. Now Ritter. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's 2nd down. Ritter wants to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this...
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
43 rail, blaster, 6, triple, 38. Yellow, blue. Smash, red. Set.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week.